Hi. So, for my last installment, as I mic on yesterday, for my last installment of Call of Cthulhu, I forgot to turn this mic on. So you can't hear me, and I have no backup audio for this mic if it's not on. And I'm a person that turns off my mic whenever I'm not using it because there's an on and off switch and I don't want it to die. So what's going to happen is I'm going to watch this with you. I'm in my PJs. Got a cup of coffee because I'm super tired. I'm about to go to bed. And I'm mad at myself because I'm now going to figure out what the fuck I was saying throughout this entire video. So I'm going to just be chilling with you as we watch this together. It'll be fun. It really won't. Let me make myself smaller. Look at me. I'm so teeny. I'm gonna try my hardest to tell you what's happening. So, let's go. Alright, so right now I'm doing my intro saying, hey, I'm Mosifus, this is Mosifus Games, we're back with Call of Cthulhu, back into the Darkwater port, and I'm fairly certain it's close to the end game at this point. I don't know what else I'm saying, and then I think I'm just reading and saying that I don't even know. This is so weird. I think I'm talking about the screen's taking forever to load at this point. Oh, this is so fudging weird. I don't like having two of me. So I entered the madness. I had to get a lay of the land again at this point because I didn't know where the guys were anymore. It had been a couple days since I'd played. So I was trying to remember all the little, the controls. I was trying to remember where the zombies were. And I was super quiet. I wasn't talking much. So I think I acknowledged that, oh, he's there. And I was trying to watch his pathing and see where he goes. Because I didn't want to die. At this point, as you guys know, I had one bullet in that gun. That gun was pretty much worthless, and I wasn't going to waste it on a guy unless he was coming at me. And I was looking for the door. So when you walk over there, there's 2 more guys plus 4 of the priests for the Cthulian army. What I was looking for at this point, so he notices me and I kind of freak out a teeny bit and the music kicks in. This is where I'm focusing hard. Hopefully he doesn't find me, which I don't think he does because the reticle goes back to not being there. Right now I'm looking for that entrance to the building where there's 2 more guys that are just kind of chilling. So I thought it was in this corner. It's not. Remember my horrible sense of direction? Yeah, it doesn't get any better in this game. I'm confused at this point, and I don't know what the crap's going on. Oh, there he is again. Sorry, my phone's on vibrate. I'm turning it off. Oh, there he is. I'm gonna wait for him to... I'm gonna watch that pathing again. Just a lot of waiting. And me just being super quiet, and because I didn't want him to see me. Doo-doo. 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 Ba-doo. 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 I don't know. It's kind of weird doing a voiceover. Especially since I know how long this video is, and I do know how this video ends, but I'm not going to tell you because that's a spoiler. But this video isn't going to be coming out on the day I wanted it to come out because I had to do this recording over it, which sucks. So now I'm watching the other dude thinking, oh crap, how do I get past him? And hoping I don't get noticed by the guy who's behind me. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Well, there's his butt. There's the other dude. There's the crazy cult people off to my right. I think it's there, and I realized that's where the door was that I was looking for. That was the funny part. It still got me. I swore a lot. I said fuck, fuck, fuck. I forgot that thing fell from the ceiling, and now I'm just booking it. because there's no way. And I was thinking that this is the way I had to go, because there's no other way to go. I couldn't get around the actual Cthulhian crazies, and this was the proper way to go. Now I'm looking about, making sure I'm not getting chased or that they're crawling to get me, which I don't think the weird drowned zombie things could crawl to get me. Getting a lay of the land. Hopefully I'm not missing anything that I need to pick up. Catching my breath a bit because that person jumping from the ceiling, got my heart rate going. God, I wish I could read lips. I have no clue what I'm saying at this point. It's really funny when I record these because I will watch them back to edit them since I'm the only one who edits them at this moment. I don't have someone editing the videos for me. And I'm looking down to see if I can see the cult people, which I can't. But since I edit my videos, it's really funny going back and watching them while I edit them because I don't remember 95% of the stuff I say in these videos. I will say phrases that make sense to me where I'm like, oh yeah, I would totally say that. But, oh, I think this is chapter 13. It's like the whaling station. So I'm going to read, Pierce crossed the docks where old acquaintances and new faces met their ends. All over the place, Leviathan's slaves were wandering in search of a victim. After fighting his way through and after discovering the truth about the origin of the cult and its founders, Pierce finally reached the whaling station. He hopes to catch Sarah Hawkins before she does something bad. Again, only problem is I'm covering up. Oh, I read faster than myself. At this point, I'm still not certain what's happening in the game. Honestly, because you're getting a lot, and I believe I'm thinking it's the end game at this point. Oh, cutscene. Which I'm relieved for, because playing this game was a nightmare at this point, because I suck at sneaking. We're gonna sit and watch. I'm taking a sip of water.
Sarah is with those bastards. I gotta find her quick.
So that phrase, hither thou shalt be free, I'm thinking is the truth seeker part of me saying it. Because at this point I'm pretty nuts. I think I show you how nuts I am. I don't know. Didn't end up showing you guys a lot of this inventory system. Just because a lot of it is just reading. I do show you this because I wanted to show you my sanity. And I have lost my bloody freaking mind at this point. You see him in a psychotic state. I was reading about the dilemma, so obviously the Leviathan's warping my mind a lot at this point because I'm letting him. But the game it'll save anything you pick up and tons of things. I mean, there's tons of stuff that ends up in your inventory that I just don't end up showing you because it takes forever to read through all that stuff. And these videos are already pretty long. And I don't have great internet, so uploading is the worst. Oh yeah, I still have the gun. I'm also a completionist, so I hate seeing the little exclamation mark telling me, oh, you missed something. Even though I really didn't. Oh, it's at the whaling station. Sarah Hawkins is behind that door, according to Edward. Oh yeah, I dislike how the camera won't let you turn around when you're on the ladder or look down at your feet. I hope that there's no enemies in here at this point.
A rope and a hook. Could use that to hold the reservoir back.
So the reservoir is that massive thing up top that's hanging, the tankard. So much snot. I'm really sorry. I've been kind of sick today. I woke up with a massive migraine because I was up talking with a friend and didn't get much sleep. This thing freaks me the F out. I hate it so much. I think it's Sarah who's singing, if I remember correctly, and now we investigate. I'm just kind of, doing the usual, looking around, making sure I find everything. And every single time I open these doors, I think there's going to be somebody in each room. Every single time. I'm like, oh, there's someone in this room.
Looks like a page from a log from 1847.
So read this at your own pleasure. Pause the video. I read it to myself. Yeah. pretty freaking fast transition there because I just need to cut out the excess time. You're kind of getting a look into how I edit this stuff.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Pastor thing. So the pastor ends up becoming obsessed with the Leviathan, and his wife tries to escape, which is why we find her body in that cave during like the cave-in. We find a crushed skeleton. That's his wife, because she tried to escape the whole ceremony. Kind of sad. I'm telling you, every time I walk into this room, I think that there's somebody in here. Close the door, because we're not heathens. Just the effing singing. I hate that singing so much. We found the office key. Hopefully go to a door. That's important. Nothing in that drawer. Now I gotta look for the weird hidden objects. Oh my word, I'm so sorry. It's very late for me. And then I didn't sleep the other night, so very tired.
Fuller was a crew member too.
Pause it, read at your own leisure. This talks about believe these are talking about the catch, the miraculous catch or whatever it is. Which at this point I'm starting to think is the Leviathan. The massive squid is the Leviathan, and we've seen the visions, and that's fairly certain what they caught. Where's the Leviathan? Whoa. Gotta go up another ladder. Still sussing out the place. Looking around, see if I'm missing anything. Don't think I am. That's the reservoir I was talking about that the rope is supposed to go to. Don't know how, but it's supposed to go to it. To use it probably as a battering ram. I have 6th sight. We open up the door because we got the key. Hopefully my friend didn't just text me. Nope. Okay.
I'll be lucky if
Ooh,
it's
we found a
still sharp
knife. I'm super excited because I think I can shiv someone with that. I think I have a weapon now to defend myself. I don't.
It mentions the Leviathan.
Another of the
how it drove
logs.
the sailors
So
mad.
pause and read at your own leisure. It's just talking about the Leviathan and what happened. It drove the crew insane. A lot of the reading material, yeah, just pause it. Pause the video and read at your own leisure is kind of what that's for. Because me reading, if I read everything to you, it would be another multiple hours of gameplay. If I physically read it all to you. At this point, you guys see it. I didn't notice it, and I see it now watching it. There's a little blink at the top of my screen that I don't see. So I pull the reservoir back, which I assume is the correct move. And I'm going to go and see if I can hook up this rope. I end up looking down at the tankard. I don't ever look up again. So I'm looking down at it, seeing obviously there's a hook right there. If for some odd reason I didn't see that hand. So I spent a good like 10 minutes running around trying to figure this out. You can't.
This handle moves the reservoir.
And I thought maybe you had to
work
activate. So how this Edward talks about it, I thought you maybe had to activate it. Like get the game to activate that speech pattern, pull it back, and then do it. Because sometimes game coding, you have to do something before it lets you. I could have hooked it up. See, now I see it. And I'm just a moron. And as you can see, I was wandering around some more because the tank is back at the opposite end.
Tank seems strong enough to break
and
down
I realized,
the door.
oh, I had to pull it back. It's having done, even just for these past couple of months, done Let's Plays, it is insane what you don't see when you're playing a video game and talking. There's so much that again, when I rewatch this and edit it, I notice stuff like, I never selected that. I never saw that little blip, so I never saw that hand icon.
To break down the door.
Also, my webcam gets in the way sometimes. So it's just hidden behind that. Well, I guess technically that doesn't matter because it's not on my...
Release the tank against the door.
I guess it technically doesn't matter, but you would be really surprised what you don't notice when you're playing a video game and talking. and trying to progress. And that's really loud in my ears, so I say fuck. A lot of the games are super loud in my ears because of my headphones. I bumped the volume down real low for you guys so you can hear me talking, but otherwise it's super effing loud in my headphones. I usually have it up pretty loud, just the volume, not the game volume per se, but just my headphone volume. I have it pretty loud. So now we're gonna start to go a bit nutso, because that blob over there is the Leviathan. So you'll start to see something happen. I'm looking to see if there's anything I need to get. Yeah.
What is that?
That's the Leviathan. So now we're going really massively crazy.
No. That voice. You're the Leviathan.
I'm in full control of my character, so even though the Leviathan is there, he's not influencing it, and we get another mental trauma. As you can see, my sanity is practically at nothing. And at this point in the game, I actually start to feel a bit bad for the Leviathan because he's been trapped here. So they caught the Leviathan and they've kept it in this pen like Shamu from, you know, frickin' SeaWorld to use him. And they've just been using the Leviathan and his powers, so they have kept it trapped in that whaling station, which sucks. I mean, that poor thing used to be out in the ocean. Oh, I show you. I think that's our good Lord and Savior. Oh, that's the Leviathan. I'm kind of showing you all the little occult stuff I've gathered. What's really cool to me is the Leviathan looks like a creature from Atlantis. That's what I find really cool, is it looks similar to one of the creatures from, I think it's Disney's Atlantis films, which I hope so badly that they make. I'm not really a huge fan of Disney's recreations. I'm reading the Leviathan's little shtick, so if you want to read it, you can while I talk. I'm not a huge fan of Disney's recreations that are live action, but I heard a rumor that Tom Holland would be Milo, and I would be over the goddamn moon if that kid was Milo Thatch. Over the moon. So excited if that happened. Just over the moon. At this point, anytime we're gonna look at the Leviathan, you're gonna get that weird wobble wobble wobble. Yep. So obviously try not to look at it, it doesn't really matter. That's a weird occult item or symbol. So obviously you saw Sarah's over there, we had to kind of go that way. But I'm covering all my bases, making sure I'm not missing anything. So that's the Leviathan.
Sarah?
And now we see Sarah, ugh, get squirted in the face by Leviathan's goo. Which is great, because we're already losing our marbles at this point. So now we're back in the office, which is weird. Do a little spin move to see what's around me. My whiskey glass is missing. But, of course, we're going to answer the phone.
Hello.
So I'm trying to listen to see what's coming over the phone.
Who is this?
The quest for truth requires sacrifice. There's no room.
So that's us speaking. If you
Who's
notice,
there?
that's Edward speaking.
Your stubbornness, wanting to
But
help
it's a
others,
truth
would
seeker,
desert you in
Edward,
weakness.
speaking.
Fate leads us inevitably to solitude, and in one's final moments, one is always alone. You can't escape it forever. It will always find its way.
Damn it.
So that makes me jump a bit. And now I start laughing because this whole scenario reminds me of Monty Python. And I can't keep my shit together because in Monty Python there's these monks that walk around a town and they hold a book and they're like chanting in Latin, and they go "Funk," and smack themselves in the face with the book, and that's what that was reminding me of. So I was laughing hysterically. So the Leviathan's really starting to mess with us massively.
Everything points back to the day they brought in that thing.
And now you're starting to piece together the story a bit more where, I mean, this village is practically lived off of the Leviathan. It brings whatever to them. We got oil. I don't know why we have oil, but they give us oil, which concerns me because, as you know, when the game gives you oil, you're thinking, oh, great. I'm going to, you know, go somewhere dark and it's going to be horrible. Like when the game tells you to run. And you're like, oh, great, what do I have to run from? I really want to pick up that harpoon and shove it into the Leviathan. Or just anyone, truthfully.
While the sailors were going insane, Fitzroy
And that's the third
mutineers took
log,
over
so
the
if you want
ship
to pause it and read,
and probably
go
killed the
for
captain.
it. It's portraying, those 4 logs are telling you pretty much what happened, is that they found the Leviathan and brought it back, and it did cause the crew to go mad. Except for those few that kind
An
of
old
made
log.
it. Oh. This is still talking about the Leviathan. I'm scrolling so you can hopefully pause the video and read it to yourself.
Belonging to the captain of the Scylla.
Yeah.
The pages I found seem to be the
And there's a
missing
diagram of the Leviathan, which is really cool. I like that diagram. Actually, I just noticed the writing is actually legible, truthfully, which is nice. Oh, we found another Madness Tome. This one believes that you can have a Madness Stone, which I find quite hilarious. Because that's, you know, that crazy medicine back in the day where they're like, oh, you got, you know, bad in you, so we gotta suck it out with leeches and shiznit. I definitely did not find everything in medical-wise or occult. Pick up more oil. I'm really sorry I'm yawning. I am very tired. I know it's very late when I'm doing this. So those are bits of the Leviathan, I'm fairly certain. And I'm keeping my head down so I don't look at him, because it makes my mind go whoopity whoopity. They've cut off bits of the Leviathan and consumed it, which is disgusting. I tried this door, which, funny story, doesn't work. I don't have enough lockpick skill,
This padlock is
even
too
though it's at 4
complicated for me.
out of 5. I need a 5 out of 5, I guess. Yeah, this is where I look and I'm like, I thought I had strength, but it's investigation is the 5 out of 5 that I need. It takes me a sec to realize that. So I just shove it in there. Not that it's gonna matter. Probably, because I doubt there's any more locks, but... So yeah, it's grossies. They've cut up the Leviathan to
We
consume.
eat his flesh while he's still alive.
Yeah. At this point, I'm really feeling bad for the Leviathan. Like, this thing is stuck there like Shamu and is being used for whatever ritualistic stuff they're doing. And I think it's to bring on our good Lord and Savior Cthulhu. Just kind of looking around. There's that grate I can go down in. Because we all love the grates. I have to crouch to get it. Crawl back out again. Sanity kicks in, which is weird because I'm obviously not in the grate, but the game thinks I am. Crawl through here, realize that I have to go through the grate. It looks like the game gives you multiple angles depending on where you put your stats to enter. So if I had opened up that gate, I could have gone through the gate. But since I can't go through the gate, I have to go through the grate. I run back to get more oil just in case, since they have it there. I'm assuming I need it. Like, just in case. We don't want to be oilless. I crouched for some dumb reason. Who knows why? I don't even know why. I'm so sad. I probably had some awesome sassy sayings going on right now. And I'm so tired and so just bleh. Then I start to go crazy, which is so vomit-inducing. I say vomit-inducing a lot when it comes to weird camera stuff, just because if I wear my glasses, a lot of the times, because I have thick lenses, because I can't see worth dickens. My prescription is like -6, -5.5, which is pretty rough. I can barely see like the hand in front of my face. If there was stuff written on my hand right here, I probably wouldn't be able to read it. Do my, 360 look around, make sure I didn't miss nothing. And Sarah's over there. Why? Who knows? She wants to give us a hug.
Learn to obey.
And confusion continues. And now we're back in our padded cell. Why? I don't know, but we are. And give it a good look around. We're back in the cell. And there's whatever his name is. Try to get out, of course, because you always try that door handle.
Ah,
Now it's Dr. Fuller.
finally awake. How do you feel, Mr. Pierce?
Fuller! Son of a bitch! I'll kill you!
Yeah,
No,
we really want to kill him.
no, I'm not even really with you. Well, to be perfectly precise, I am with you,
This is where...
not in this cell.
What have you done to me?
Me? Nothing really.
This
See,
is where the
it's one
confusion
of the
really starts to
exquisite
set
effects
in.
of this incredible creature.
Leviathan!
I see you already know about it. Well, shall we begin?
Nope, I don't want to begin. It's like, no, don't touch me. I don't want to begin. So now the room's changed. Try the door again, obviously. Our memories are getting messed with by the Leviathan for some odd reason. So I choose to not take the treatment, but because my mind is so warped by the Leviathan at this point, I take it. I don't have a choice. Because my sanity is so low because of the decisions I've made, I don't have the choice. Which is why I kind of want to play this game again and make different decisions to see if I can save my sanity a bit, because my sanity is in the shitter. So they're eating the Leviathan, which is utterly disgusting, might I tell you. And I don't want to eat that. I don't wanna. So I'm gonna click on it, and I get another decision. I choose not to, but because the Leviathan is in my head,
Let me take a
Disgusting.
sample from you.
no, get the fuck away from me, Fuller.
Blood, spinal fluids.
Get the fuck
Don't
away
think.
from me. Get the
I
fuck
created
away
the
from me.
mythological ichor from Leviathan's
No.
flesh. Who knows
No.
what I can make with you?
I don't
I
want
need
that.
your body.
So I choose to take the gun because fuck Fuller. He's been an asshole, and screw him.
Fuller. I killed him.
So we've officially
A
killed
necessary
Fuller.
sacrifice that proves your determination.
Yeah, so we've officially killed Fuller, we think, at this point. I really don't know what's reality or what's not reality. It's very... And that gives me a heart attack. Again, because it's so loud in my ears, that freaks me out. Alrighty. I don't know where we are. We're in... Again, now loud noises of any sort are gonna freak me out. So what I'm gonna start to notice is that this is a maze of sorts, where things are real and other things aren't. So it'll take me a sec, but I'll start to realize it. So obviously there's all these doors. You keep entering through the doors and you keep getting to the same place. What I'm gonna realize in probably a couple seconds is that shit ain't real. I'm gonna keep on trying doors. To no avail. We're back at the end of the hallway. So you can see how they're kind of not there. Certain doors aren't there. They kind of fade into smoke. But there's that one door that is there. So we're gonna go through that door because that door exists. And now we're back in the furnace room, we think. So this is where the game gets really weird, where I don't know if this is just our warped mind that the Leviathan keeps on throwing us into. Because, I mean, this is obviously our memory of some sort. And I'm like, oh, cool, I can run off the world. I like to do that a lot, just explore. Similar things are going to apply with the next couple puzzles where stuff exists and stuff doesn't exist. So there's like 3 or 4 different paths. That path actually doesn't exist. It looks like it does, but our mind's playing tricks on us. This is why I think the Leviathan is shoving us into our mind. It takes me a bit to figure that out. Really, anytime I'm doing transitions, it's because I am running around like an idiot, and you don't need to see that ever. I've spent a lot of time in game that doesn't ever get to the final edit because it takes me so long. Yeah, I'm getting a bit frustrated at this point. So I look at it again, I just took the wrong path. But you can see how there's one path that's there. So this is where, though these scenes are definitely in my mind, while for some odd reason Leviathan's shoving us into our mind. I chose the wrong path for like the 3rd time. I never said I was good at video games, guys. It just happens. Yes, I'm texting someone. So yeah, we made it across the bridges, and it's super ass dark, and I can't use my lantern. So again, we're getting to what's real, what's not real. It's kind of hard to tell. A teeny bit. You chose poorly. I did. So I'm gonna go back. I need to go with my gut with those things, and I yanked the lever again, thinking maybe something happened, but
Nothing's happening.
Because I didn't realize I chose the wrong lever until that happened, and I'm now looking to see what the right one is, which is that middle-ish one. Yep. So I'm back over there. I'm gonna use the right one. I'm gonna spin it, and we're gonna see what happens. Game saves. Awesome sauce. Don't know how to get back. Oh, look. We have a path now. It exists inside our brain. Don't ask me how it now exists. I don't know. My room smells weird.
Nothing's happening.
Okay, so the lever still isn't happening. I don't know what else to do at this point. I see that there's another lever over there. It takes me so goddamn long to realize what I need to do. I'm like ramming my body against these walls trying to find an opening. Until I realize there's pipes I can crouch under, and then I have no clue which one of these to yank. I think it's that one. I don't know which one to yank, because at this point you can't really gather far enough away to see which one exists and which one doesn't exist. And it's really hard to tell out of the 4 that are there which one it is. It's that one, by the way. Alrighty. So now we can finally pull the lever crunk, and obviously I freaked the fuck out because this is loud as shit in my ears. And in our dream state, we somehow lit the place on fire. So it's like the Leviathan wants us to free it, I think. Now we run. Yeah, this is kind of nuts because it is a time thing. Okay, there's fire, I can't go that way. Oh, there's fire, I can't go that way. Which way do I go? 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 Oh my god. I'm dead. Let's try that again. It's gonna take me, so it took me about, I think this is my 3rd or 4th try to figure out which way to run. because that fire looked like I couldn't get past it. And I realized and I had to figure out where my camera was when I first looked up. So if you look up, you just run forward. You're gonna run forward. Follow that. You're gonna go that way around the fire. Keep running, keep running. Oh look. You really just have to keep turning and hoping you find the entrances and get around all these random obstacles. Because it is not forgiving at all. This entire section is just run and gun. And as you can see, the camera is, wow, like, not good. And I don't know what happens if I fall through that hole, by the way. No clue what happens if I fall down there. Because I obviously didn't fall down in that little gap. And we made it. The place is on fire. Oh my god. Crazy cultist priests. Who apparently want my soul.
Fitzroy. Time to hoist the white flag. We're not gonna hurt you.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
I won't go without a fight.
With our one pistol ammo. We're gonna shoot the fuck out of him.
Heal of your own accord.
Shiz.
Stay back, or I'll put a bullet in your head.
Hell yeah, it would. Crazy weird cult people shooting, man, shooting. Let's kill them all. Look at the poor Leviathan. Remember that the Oracle is Sarah, by the way. Anyone who's forgotten, it's Sarah.
It is awakening.
Now we're gonna get mobbed by crazy cult people. And that thing apparently is there again, and we're in the water. Which isn't exactly a safe place to be, considering the Leviathan is there. And it gets weird. I mean, it's already weird. And that's the eyeball we saw at one point during one of our visions.
I followed your wanderings, your choices.
And he's been in our visions, so the weird bits and pieces of earrings and tentacles have been the Leviathan. You can see he has like rings on him.
But it is unavoidable. And as I predicted, you have come to free me.
And I don't know if he means literally, as in...
Awaken and call him.
I think the Leviathan is supposed to get freed when Cthulhu gets freed. This is chapter 14. I don't know the title of it because my stupid body's in the way, but Pierce meets the Leviathan in flesh and blood. Monstrous creatures submitted him to a series of ordeals, at the end of which he decided that the detective was ready to face his destiny. Blew up the whaling station. After final countdown, Leviathan did whatever talked to us. I don't know, I didn't read that fast enough. Sorry, guys. But we somehow escaped through the waters. And we ain't looking too hot. Let me tell you, we are not looking too good. We are not looking Gucci at all. Not Gucci. In the slightest. Ugh. Not at all Gucci, man. Poor Pierce. Pierce looks like utter shit. He looks so bad. We look like we're drunk, hungover, sick, on the verge of dying, is what we look like. We're on the beach somewhere.
I can't hear the voice anymore.
Yeah, we can no longer hear the voice, which is effing awesome. And I'm thinking, oh my god, we did it. And there's a person. Which I think is Sarah. Now that I just looked at it a bit more clearly, I think that's Sarah. But apparently, whatever we did, and I think that's obviously the whaling station, we don't hear the Leviathan anymore in our head. So whatever we did, we somehow freed ourselves of his craziness. Don't know how, but we did.
You are trapped.
So again, we get Truth Seeker us talking to ourselves.
Keep going.
My God.
This way.
Which way? Truth Seeker, tell me which way. You just said this way, I don't know what that way is.
Stand up. Walk.
Truth Seeker's an asshole. We're practically dead. I mean, the shit Edward has gone through is insane. He should be dead at this point. Not gonna lie. But we're definitely not okay mentally.
Is somebody there? Hey,
I don't know if that's Sarah.
who are you?
It kind of looks like Sarah. It's definitely a cult member, if nothing else. It's definitely someone from the cult. Now we're back down in that grotto where the ceremony happened.
Where am I?
Somehow. We're back down here. Which is not exactly good because, you know, cultist ceremonies occurred here. And obviously we are not okay mentally or anything.
The miraculous catch was a trap. Leviathan wanted to be found.
So
To our fallen crew members, they have given their lives for a greater purpose. The last name added is that of Charles Hawkins.
ooh.
I'm willing to bet that they killed all the survivors of the miraculous catch.
Probably. Most likely because they didn't want anyone to know about the Leviathan. And there's a
Always comes
Scylla.
Back to the Scylla. It was where it all began.
Don't name your freaking ship after a Greek monster, for God's sake. There's another creepy ass painting by Sarah. God, we look like utter shit. We look like so horrible. Look at poor Edward. So that's us. And that looks like we went along with the ceremony. And let's just say our mind cannot handle this at all. We are just insane. Just done. It's not happening. And I'm feeling horrible for Edward because he's just losing his shit. It's really hot in here. Fudge.
It will soon be time, Edward Pierce.
There's Marie,
You are dead.
who's supposed to be dead.
None of this is real. I saw you dead, as I see you now. Am I crazy too?
Yes.
You survived. Don't you understand? You couldn't die. You will stay alive until
I'm gonna be
you
right back. I'm gonna go
fulfilled
put
your
on my
destiny.
fan, so you guys are gonna have no commentary for a couple seconds.
Look at
But that's
me.
okay. Marie's talking.
Look at me, Pierce. Dare tell me that you still don't believe it.
Cthulhu Ilya.
When I was 8, my little brother fell from the apple tree. He was bleeding. I took care of him. That very day,
Hey,
I
what I miss.
decided to become a doctor. I never reneged on my oath.
This is where she's talking about
That's
why
what
she
led me
did
to
what she did.
Darkwater. The people here
She's
needed
nuts,
me.
by the way.
I
Completely
died
cuckoo for
trying to
Darkwater.
save one of them. Help me give them a second chance. Embrace the power of this
These
sweeping
people are all
god.
fudging
You're
nuts.
out of your mind.
Yeah, they're all goddamn
It's not
nuts.
just your life that is at stake. Many men and women have sacrificed themselves for this
Which we
moment.
assume is probably all the
Hold them.
drowned
You will not
zombies
deprive them
and
of
the
their
crew of
hope
the
of a better
Scylla,
life.
most likely.
I saw what Leviathan did to Fuller. We will all die like him.
His life was written well before it started. It was not predetermined that he lived to see the call. But you, yes. It is your destiny.
Well, of course, I'm gonna choose the sand requirement. Anytime that
Investigation.
comes up in this run through, I've been
understand.
picking it when I can.
Like you. I was called here by
I don't know if it does anything,
Yes,
kind of
all your
story-wise.
choices had the sole purpose of preparing you for the final decision.
I must make a choice.
Yeah,
Not
gotta make a
just
choice, buddy.
Choice. The right choice.
So now we have the True
Not
Seeker
yet,
talking in our head
but
still.
soon.
So we definitely have inner voices.
We have one more thing to accomplish.
What is it?
I don't know
must
if
take you to
we're.
Sarah Hawkins.
I don't know if that's our voice coming out as a True Seeker. Of course, I'm gonna
Sarah.
choose San.
I feel her
Again.
calling me. Let us not wait any longer.
Not yet. You have one last thing to accomplish.
One last thing. What could it be? Our good Lord and Savior Cthulhu?
Do you understand what it is?
No.
She has already fulfilled her mission. Worry about your own.
No. No.
No one can fight their fate.
All the
Neither
freaking
them
whispers are driving me up the
nor
wall
you.
at this point. I just want them all to shut up. I think so does Edward. We just look nuts and out of our goddamn mind. Like, we look horrible. I would love to see Edward before compared to, like, beginning of the game compared to the end of the game, because we look haunted as crap. Like, we haven't slept.
Shut up!
Thank you. Because it was getting goddamn loud.
Go away. Stop.
Poor Edward. Don't touch me, Marie. You goddamn bitch.
Don't resist, Edward. They're already dead. There's nothing you can do. Just give in.
I don't want to just give in, obviously, because I don't exactly think that our good Lord and Savior Cthulhu has the best plan in mind for the world.
What happened to me?
And the world
Sarah.
is sideways because we somehow passed
Let's
out.
go to Sarah. She is the Oracle. She will know what to do.
Now we're gonna go try to find Sarah in our weird, drunken, pukey-wookie state. Downward we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Obviously we're moving through those catacombs again, where the cult members were. Oh look, a ladder. And a boat. Maybe we can get away on the boat. I don't think we're getting away on the boat, because the boat is sunk. Rip that boat. Well, that's not the way out. Oh look, a light. Did I see that light? No, I didn't. Not out of the corner of my eye. Trust me, I did not see that light that you probably just saw. Yeah, that green glowy thing, and I'm like, oh look, a light. Maybe I should go that way. Oh, it's dark. Chapter 14, Confrontation. Pierce must go to Alabaster Point. Sarah Hawkins is supposed to be waiting for him. There he must make decisions that could change the destiny of the world. Ayo. Took a little bit to load it. That's okay. At this point I'm fairly certain I am in the end game, because this is feeling very end of the road with all the cutscenes and the walking and Edward looking as though he's about to just pass out and die on the floor. And everybody will do the dinosaur. And oh look, beacon in the sky. Holy shiz, that's not weird at all. Where the fudge?
No, it stops here.
Let's
None
take
of
in the
this makes
scenery.
sense.
It is nuts.
No, she is waiting.
So Truth Seeker Us is talking to Crazy Us. This is nuts. Yeah. Can't believe we're still on Darkwater, because holy shiz, this is insane. Like, just look at that. I mean, it's... Also, poor Edward has to climb all these goddamn stairs.
What have they done to me?
Which is insane in the membrane.
Come on.
Yep.
Oh!
Truth Seeker Us is being a prick.
Mr. Pierce. I was expecting
And no fucking way, because we shot you.
You died in front of
You
my
don't
eyes.
exist. We shot you.
Don't jump to conclusions. Is there not the tiniest spark of a scientific mind inside of that detective skull of yours?
Screw you, dude.
What abject substance did you use to turn her into an empty shell?
Abject substance. The serum extracted
So I'm
from
looking around. I
Leviathan's
did a
oil
360 to
bestows
see
the
if
power
there was
of
anything
life.
behind me.
To me, my body is nothing but the mortal vessel of my conscience. To you, it contains more answers and secrets than your insignificant mind can grasp.
Fudge you, dude. I don't have an insignificant mind. As I was saying before, they've been using the Leviathan for their own personal gain, kind of. And it's now, you know, and I think it's kind of the whole thing, if you drink from the cup of life, what do you actually give up when you do that? So it's one of those. And at this point,
Stand up, and yet here you are. You never give up.
yep, we never get up.
That is not you. Not anymore. Not since your disappearance on the docks.
Yippers.
Detective. So easy to fool you. So eager to
Yeah,
rush to
screw
the
her,
rescue of a
frickin'
woman
femme
in
fatale.
distress.
You won't make me regret having tried to save people.
Yeah, you
I
won't.
did what I could. Even for
We
Colden.
just wanted to be the good guy.
Your efforts to change your destiny, although in vain, make you worthy of the fate that is yours. The day has
I
come.
moved myself because I don't know why she's not
You
talking
will
to
be
me.
asked to choose.
Asked to choose what? So she's a goddamn bitch who has tricked us this entire time apparently and knows what the frick she's doing. As I've been playing this game, I was wondering if I should have read The Story of Cthulhu from H.P. Lovecraft. Oh look, Charles Hawkins. What is he doing here? Hey buddy, you okay?
You took everything from me. Wife, life.
Sorry dude,
Destiny.
didn't mean to do
You
it. Wasn't
forsook
my
your right to a normal
problem.
life. The moment you
My
chose
bad.
power over humanity.
I
No one
Just,
wants
you know,
to see
wanted
such
to
an
help.
unbearable sight.
Ugh. Yep, no one wants to see that face.
You don't have the slightest idea of what you speak, of what I've been through.
Well, apparently
I
a
have
lot.
sacrificed my life
Apparently
to
a
the
lot.
one who sleeps. My marriage, my family, my own flesh. Why didn't Sarah choose me?
Dude, I don't fucking know
Why
because you have a
is
fugly
it
ass
your
face.
damn face on her painting?
I don't know, because we're freaking handsome and attractive and adorable. So now we're shirtless. I don't know why we're shirtless, but we're shirtless. And we got some pretty nasty ass scars if you look from the
You
war.
already know it. I can see that you will make the right choice.
Now we have Truth Seeker us right there.
I don't know.
And now we have Normal
I
us.
don't know.
God, we look so great there.
Fear of the unknown and your stupid pride cloud your judgment.
This is our inner conscience
Quit
battle,
lying to yourself
pretty
and
much, I
embrace
think.
your destiny. It's not cowering that brought you those medals.
He's talking about
None
the
of
war.
this is real. Trust your guts.
If nothing's real, what are you?
Now we got
I'm
reality.
a projection of your mind. What remains of that instinct that pulled you out of the trenches. Don't listen to them. They're too dangerous for your tired mind.
Yeah, because we're freaking tired as shiznit, let me tell you, man. So now we're having an inner war, and I'm like, oh look, weird ass faces I didn't notice before. Weird freaky ass faces, and the orchestra has kicked in. Like, majorly kicked in. And, gee, guys, doesn't this look familiar to that title screen of the game, where there's the wind and the waves and the sea, and I'm having a big sense of deja vu here. Everything's happening. As you can see, we're having the inner battle of kind of good versus evil. Oh, look at that sky. Isn't that weird? And
There.
you can see the galaxies.
I'm almost there.
Which is kind of freaking cool, not gonna lie, because I love space. Obviously, truth and reality are having some issues with each other. And I can't help but look at the sky, because dang, that's awesome. Here we are. We are at the altar of our good Lord and Savior, Cthulhu. And the weird-ass cult people. Weird-ass cult people. I'm gonna sit back a teeny bit and let you kind of enjoy this, because this is a lot of cutscene. And my throat is shot to shite. Here we go. This is it. Sarah's painting a portal that we gotta go stand on. And invoke our good Lord and Savior, Cthulhu. Really freaky. And look, there's Argonon, Drake, or whomever his name is. He came! Because remember the vision where we say no? And he helps
Here
us?
you are at last, Truth Seeker.
Hey, that's my name, don't wear it out.
You were waiting for me.
Yes.
We're waiting for
When
you!
I finally discovered the truth, I knew you would come. All this time I was fighting it, afraid of what I might discover, but I was afraid of myself.
It's coming.
What did you learn?
Listen to me, Edward Pierce, as I will deliver the truth.
At this point, I want to do the sand answer, but I don't have enough loss.
I have seen things.
Yeah.
Strange.
So we're gonna do the sand
Horrifying.
answer because
Always true.
I said I
Will
would.
you trust my words?
No, bitch.
Yes.
One man only prepared by the trials and revelations, holds the power to change the world. Because I saw you in the dreams I share with my God. I recognize you for
Fudge is
what
your
you
god,
are,
lady.
a truth seeker.
Poor Algernon
One
Drake
of
is
the rare
just chilling there.
humans who is able to perceive fragments of his mind.
So we're special, I guess,
feel the
where we
truth
have
in
a
your
weird
words.
connection with our mind.
Because it was written. Or, as I like to see it, painted on the canvas of fate.
I don't really know what's real anymore in this game at this point. I have lost sense of all reality. And yeah, shit's hitting the fan because, okay, we're going into champ mode. This is it, guys. This is it. And I'm freaking out because I don't want him to kill Algernon because Drake didn't do anything wrong. Okay, these footsteps kind of... Also, I thought we kept that dagger, but I guess we didn't. These footsteps are weird sound design because they make zero sense. They don't click properly and they echo in a way that they shouldn't echo because we're outside and they shouldn't be echoing this much. And they're just weird and I don't like them. And they don't make sense. They echo too much. Even that sounds a bit weird because I thought that was made of like bone. That doesn't look like a metal blade. Those footsteps are a little bit better when he walked away, but yeah. Just little things I noticed with game designs because I'm in a cinema industry. Here we go. So, what do? Counter ritual, ritual. Counter ritual, ritual. Counter ritual, ritual. I just have a lot of fun flip-flopping through this because it's funny. Whee! We're not gonna do the ritual. So we're gonna go through with not doing the ritual. Let's see what happens. Oh. That doesn't look good now, does it? Yeah, we're getting a bit messed up. And I don't know if this is actually good or bad at this point because that doesn't look too great now, does it? It looks like Edward's about to die. Yeah, he looks as though he's about to die, which is horrible. I also don't know why there's a close-up of that ring. I don't know what the purpose of that shot was, and I'm fairly certain he's dead at this point in my brain. He becomes demon. I don't know what happens to him, but I think Edward's gone at this point. I think he is legitimately gone. I believe he had to sacrifice himself to contain, and I'm like, what? What happened? I don't understand what happened. I'm incredibly confused by the end of this game right now because there's a lot where I still don't know what's real, what's not real in this game, and that was pretty freaky ending, right? I mean, he became like a demon. Yeah, as you can see. What is with that ending? Like, is that real? What happened to us? What was really about to happen, you know? The game really messes with you where even as you play, I still don't know what was real and what wasn't real. When I was playing it, I mean, I enjoyed this game very, very much. Don't get me wrong. Everything I will say about a game... like, I'm just trying to wrap my mind around this game. At the end of this, I could not wrap my mind around what had truly happened. And I was very much wondering if I needed to read the Cthulhu story because there's so many things in this game that I didn't know who, what, where, and why, and I wonder if the story would help me kind of figure it out because I feel that there are certain things that relate to Cthulhu's story. Yeah, all the Cthulhu fans. But this game was great. It's done really well. It doesn't run as smooth as, obviously, Resident Evil, but that's completely different. Yeah, I'm jamming out. This is like my vibe, you know? I love this kind of music. The 1920s music. That's my jam. Yeah, I'm just happy-go-lucky chica here. I'm still just in a sense of what the fuck happened. Just completely what the fuck happened. Game was great. I would recommend it to anyone, especially people who love H.P. Lovecraft. It's pretty easy to run on my computer. Obviously, you can mess with the settings. It doesn't have too many issues. I lost frames for a bit, but I think that was because my computer was overheating and having some issues, which is why I bumped down graphics, and it ran perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm still in a mess of just what happened? I don't understand, man. And I'm super tired as well. When I was playing this, I think I was kind of a bit out of it. I tend to play games a lot at the end of the day, just because I do work in the mornings. So yeah, the game was fun. I kind of want to play it again. And now the music's ending. What's gonna happen? I don't know. Oh yeah. I'm just kind of talking through how I felt about the game, which I kind of broke down a teeny tiny bit for you. Oh, we have a cutscene. And that looks like our pants. Also, I was like, why'd the door open? No one went through that door. Why'd the door swing open? Oh, that's not us. That looks like a doctor. And there's a nurse.
Good.
It's Dr. Fuller. No, 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 no. We're insane. We're in an insane asylum. No. On those goddamn sleeping pills. Yeah, I freak the fuck out. And call bullshit. There's no way this is all in my head. That's pretty much what I'm getting from the ending, is it was all in my head. And there's no fucking way that was all in my head. So I'm calling major bullshit on that one. And yeah, I can't. Yeah, as you can see, I'm saying no way. Fuck that. There was no way. It was just in my head. Also, fuck Fuller, because we totally shot him. And I'm not accepting that ending, that this was all in our head and we just lost our mind. Because then that would mean that when all that stuff happened in the caves, that threw us into this weird ass mind getting fucked. And us going into that. So now we're back. I'm doing, because it took you back to where, like, right before you enter into the temple area. So I'm like, well, I'll do the other ending because we're here. Why not? Give you guys both endings. So now we're gonna do something a little bit different. We are gonna perform the ritual, which obviously is probably not good. But yeah, there we go. Let's see what happens. So I'm curious as to what's gonna happen, because I'm assuming we're gonna summon Cthulhu. And Sarah is stripping us of her clothes. Why? Cthulhu. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. I wonder what language that is. Cthulhu, Cthulhu, Cthulhu. Yeah, that's, oh god, sorry guys. And Sarah's stripping me of my clothes. So this is where we get that truth seeker. Remember in our vision where we had shirtless us and non-shirtless us? This is shirtless us. Is the truth seeker. And as you can see, the black ink is completely different this time around. It's reacting completely differently. Last time it looked as though the black ink was attacking us. This time around, it's like evaporated into the air. And I think she's about to kill us, is what I'm thinking, is no. And I'm like, no, you just fucking killed him. You effing bitch. How dare you? And our blood is being absorbed and going into us again. So that black ink went into us again, it looks like. And then burst outwards. And I'm fairly certain we're dead. Oh, no, we're not. We're okay. We're alive. It was just a flesh wound, you know, just a little bit of blood along the stomach. Wasn't that deep. But what is happening? So that black ink went into us, and we're about to lose our goddamn mind. And here comes our good Lord and Savior Cthulhu. Funny story. Shit is about to go down. Yeah, go hide in a corner, duck under a table, guys. Earthquake's occurring, duck under a table. Shit's going down. Yeah. Yeah. He is going to break the world. So that's the Leviathan. No, that's Cthulhu. I think that's the Leviathan, but it's not. That is our good Lord and Savior Cthulhu, and he looks badass. That is Cthulhu, and he looks badass. So I'm gonna let the credits run again. Because I just continue to chat a bit about the game. And at this point, I'm starting to, as I've mentioned before, I'm starting to realize that I probably should have read the story of Cthulhu from H.P. Lovecraft. Because I think it might help me understand what's happening. Because I still don't know what's reality and what's not. Especially after that first ending. I don't know if what's occurred is real or not. And that's the weird thing about this game. And even with Resident Evil, when I played Resident Evil, it had questions at the end of who, what, where, when, why. Certain things didn't get resolved. But this game, I mean, once you enter Darkwater Place and you start to realize how fucked up it is, reality goes out the goddamn window. I mean, I don't know up from down once. I mean, even kind of when the game starts, you get the weird dream, and it's what's dream, what's reality. It's a very gray area with this game, which is cool. It's really effing cool that as someone who's played it, I still don't know what happened, kind of. I mean, I understand, you know, the city was, all these citizens were hiding the Leviathan, and obviously they didn't want the rest of the world knowing, yada yada yada, doing all these rituals to summon Cthulhu, assuming he would bring, you know, an age of probably prosperity, you know, of what everything gives you. And they say, oh yeah, well, the god will bring this, this, and this, and promises you the world, but he really is just gonna take it over. So in this ending, we pretty much let in the, you know, world destroyer, our good Lord and Savior Cthulhu, and yeah. And I then just continue talking about graphics. I think the game is graphically sound. It has some weird animation stuff that happen, and lip syncing is not the greatest for a game that came out in 2018. No offense to the studio, the lip syncing is just a bit off. It's not horrible where, you know, they move their mouth and it's like slow and the words are going like blah, 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 blah. But it's enough for someone like me to notice and say it draws a bit away from the game for me. Where I would, again, I only have Resident Evil to compare it to because Resident Evil is what I played most recently. I'd put like Resident Evil above it, but Resident Evil also came out this year. Completely different studio, everything like that. But otherwise, I would recommend it, especially to people who like H.P. Lovecraft, and with the Sinking City also coming out, which I do want to buy when I get the money, but it's also a Epic Games Store exclusive, which I get, but I'm not so sure how I feel about that. So, yeah, again, it's just my brain hasn't been able to wrap around what's happening, and we get the other cutscene now of what happened afterwards. So after we bring Cthulhu into the world, this is a different, much different cutscene. And they've all gone nuts. So what you're gonna see is that this is what Cthulhu brings. Cthulhu brings chaos. It's the Call of Cthulhu is the name of the game, and I mean they were put under his call. They succumbed to his call to summon him, and he has brought chaos to this world. So even so, here the punches are just looking so fake to me as a person. Ouchies. Then there's us, the Truth Seeker, covered in ink, blood, who knows what. And that guy's eating a hand, which is utterly disgusting. This fight scene for me is also kind of where I discuss animation, where there isn't for me, yeah. There's not a whole lot of full swings going on. Like, even this, his punch doesn't feel as heavy hitting as it should. Yeah, like this, there's not a lot of wind up, and it kind of takes it away from me to understand, you know, this is insanity is what happened. Cthulhu was summoned and the world has literally gone insane where it is kill or be killed. Whatever Cthulhu's call is, it is just, yeah, the Grossie's right. Just, oh, got stoned to death. I mean, he brought chaos. And there's a toy of Sarah's son. And I'm fairly certain we're going to see a dead Sarah. Which, you know, whatever. At this point, she, you know, messed with me, so screw her, but... Yep, everyone's kind of dead. I'm fairly certain we end up being, you know, the last person alive as a truth seeker. But yeah, so that is Call of Cthulhu. And I still can't wrap my head around what completely happened with this game. But, and I do want to go and read the story to see if that helps fill in some blanks. And kind of the rest of the things I'm saying is I don't know if I'll go back and replay this game over to kind of get a different story, get different, you know, the endings shouldn't change, there's 2 endings, but you can have your choices be sane or less sane. I obviously went the really insane route, because that's fun. So I might play this again on my own time, just for the hell of it. There are achievements, there's Steam achievements, so it's kind of whatever. Not really, you know, worthy of lots of things, but... yeah, I just, at the end of this, I had a hard time wrapping my head around what happened. And I think right now I'm just talking about Steam achievements and how I don't know if I'll go back and play this game and show you guys it. If I do, it'll be probably pieced together. Because it'll be kind of hard to redo it and show you differences. It might just be me playing it for fun. Because, I mean, this is a story. The story shouldn't change too much. It's just your decisions you make and how insane you end up being. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying. Dear God, can I stop talking now? God, I'm just going on and on. But if you did like this series, you know, please like. That always helps me understand kind of what's going on. My phone's doing something stupid. Because likes, dislikes, it's all great. Any feedback's good feedback, in my opinion. You can leave a comment in the comment section. I do read them all because, you know, I barely have any comments. And then if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you can get notified for new videos. Obviously, you're going to be starting a new series, which is going to be much different. I found one of the games I have is pretty freaking chill. Actually, now that I think about it, it's funny that I chose it. Because this game involves water and that game involves water. But yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. Yeah, just if you want to share the series, share it with friends, whoever is H.P. Lovecraftian fan. Yeah, I think I'm doing my outro right now. So, Mosifus Games. This has been Call of Cthulhu. I'll see you next time on whatever game I decide to play next, which is going to be much more chill. Not as ooky spooky. Maybe a little bit of jump scares, but more so kind of on the line of Oxenfree that I've been playing as well. Where it's a bit more just chill. It's a really pretty game. So I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye now. As I do my weird-ass outro. Oh, I think I'm saying my normal stuff of, yeah, like, subscribe, comment. It helps. Those darn analytics, man. They tell me things that I ignore. But hey, it helps. Oh my lord. I need to stop talking. Okay, guys. I'm going to turn off my microphone and just let my weird self talk. What am I saying? I'm so tired. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. I love y'all. Have a nice night.